but I feel like, if there was like a blind suck off between you and I, like you would take the crown and I would be like, runner up.
Girl, the only reason why I feel like I would is because I don't have a gag reflex. Oh, but that's a story for another time. That was not even a flex because it's kind of annoying. I'm like, whatever. Hey, girly pop. Welcome to the first episode of Definitely Delusional. My name is Dean.
And I'm Emily.
And we're starting another third time podcast. Third time's a charm. I won't disappoint you, I promise.
Statistically speaking, babe, you probably will disappoint, but that's okay. I love you. I love you anyway.
I mean, now with you, maybe, with her, with Emily, maybe this will not be, an error for the third time.
I hope I don't disappoint either, but
I don't think you're disappointed because I feel like, okay, y'all are going to realize we're like such good banterers because, like, we're going to get into that later because, yeah, girl. And before we start this episode, though, I really wanted to say, like, thank you to the sponsors of this episode. Just fucking kidding. You thought.
We are definitely not sponsored. Do we look like people that would be sponsored right now?
I've never been sponsored, so.
No, I had to buy the microphones, and Dean had all this equipment. Thank God you've had some trial runs before this.
Girl, okay. Like, literally last night we were trying to figure out, like, how to do, like, the two mics on one thing. And I was just like, girl, how do I figure this out? But, the delusions, the deluded, we figured it out.
We are delusional if we think we don't need AV people, and it's just you and I doing this ourselves. The amount of just sheer gumption that we have.
But we figured it out.
We did. And it's proof that with YouTube, all things are possible. So jot that down.
Oh, well, I don't know if I'll jot anything down because my handwriting, it's been kind of atrocious. I haven't written anything in a while. Like the other day, I did like some manual labor and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was with you actually when you did that manual labor. And you had
the volunteer
work. So if I were to ask you to write me a love letter right now, would I be able to decipher it, or would it be like hieroglyphics?
It wouldn't be hieroglyphics. I actually have really nice handwriting.
Well, you're Asian, babe. So.
You're just, making new stereotypes. We love it. We're starting a new trend. Because you know how, like, the Asians have, like, stereotypes of, like, being good at math. I was not good at math. Now you're like, the Asians are good at handwriting. Bring back cursive, hashtag.
Well, is Mandarin, did your parents speak Mandarin to you at home?
No, I had to learn Mandarin. But we spoke, like, a dialect. Which is, like, weird. You can't write that dialect. Because you can't write dialects, right?
No, I don't know if you can write dialects. I think you can write the way people speak, like, the colloquialisms, and people, when you're writing in prose, you can write how people talk, but I have no idea what that would look like in any language that isn't just,
Yeah, dialects, it's like you can only not read, but you can only speak it and like hear it. So I'm like kind of confused. But speaking of languages, let's speak the language of the Los Angeles area and have a little deep dive. What's going on, girl?
Well, LA. Here local, like we are. We've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks, and hopefully tomorrow the winds will be over. Santa Ana was a bitch this season. She was unforgiving. Hopefully she's done with her little temper tantrums and we can move past that.
I know. I feel like the Santa Ana, it's like that ex where it's like, girl, we do not want you to come back. Like, leave!
Yeah. She totally destructive, like, slash your tire out kind of ex, and she's like, I'm gonna burn your effing city down.
She's watching back.
Girl, scorched earth. Like, this, sometimes when I end a relationship, it's scorched earth, like dead ass. This was a scorched earth and the relationship kind of situation.
No, like my life is on fire, but I didn't expect the whole state to be on fire.
I mean, yeah. So how's your dry January going because of that?
Listen. I think I manifested a little bit too hard on dry January because we need a wet January. Like now.
We do. We haven't had rain in what? Like 8 months.
Like, I'm about to go up to the clouds and like edge the clouds or like jerk them off because I'm like, girl, I need some water to come out of there.
I actually thought about turning on the Hilary Duff. Let the rains fall down. Yeah, I wanted to turn that on and do like a rain dance. one of the nights as I was like watching the Palisades burn from my rooftop, and I was like, can it just like, I would literally like rub a lamp, genie, a bottle wish. I'm like, I wanted to deluge rain right now, like from the sky with the heavens to open up. I wanted to like pour down rain on this entire
Okay, god of water, goddess of water.
Honestly, don't tempt me. I am a Cancer after all.
Maybe I am the problem. I'm a Sagittarius.
Ooh, this is what happens when you get a fire sign and a water sign on a podcast.
We cancel each other out.
We do. You do.
I mean, but that's like, there's two of us, so it's fine. You know, it's like, because what did I say one time? I was like, oh, like 2 negatives equals a positive. When you multiply them.
2 toxic people, put them together, and we somehow become healed.
I guess that's, you know what? That's math. That's our math. That's how I'm going to teach my kids math. Oh, just kidding.
Ooh, do everything you tell me about that?
No, because I don't know. I feel like kids-wise, girl, that's another episode. First of all, let me find a man first. Like, let's not get to the family part.
Well, technically you don't, because, like, you know, you could just find a surrogate. That's always a possibility.
That's expensive.
That is expensive.
That's expensive.
That is expensive.
When I have money, though, you know, I'm manifesting that money too. But honestly, my manifestations have like been going wrong. So like, I've been doing something wrong. I feel like.
Did you say you manifested and like lost your job or something?
Yeah, because I was like, I want to get laid, and then I got laid off.
You weren't specific on what kind of laid you wanted. You're like, yeah, that's why I laid, and they were like, say less. And
I was like, I need a break. I want to get laid, and then I got laid off a week later.
Sorry, Dave. Well,
but it's been 1.5 years, so I think I'm like fine.
Well, you know, hopefully this will open up some doors for you. maybe not. We'll see.
I need someone to open my doors, my drawers.
You open your doors and your drawers.
They're dusty. They need to be dusted off a little bit. Like, so for real. Like, what do you call it? Oh, that reminds me though. Like, dusting stuff off reminds me of that like schoolgirl. That little schoolgirl song. This is a schoolgirl song.
Oh my god, was it the one Heidi?
Because we're talking about the fires.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did anyone else watch The Hills? I'm a millennial, and I was obsessed with The Hills.
I watched a little bit of it. Wait, was it like the one where it's like they started with like they were interns or something?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
watch it.
I deep dive the history of The Hills. So I think it like started in 2006. And one of my favorite things to do is actually watch it and see which establishments are still around. Like, I'll be like, of course, Ledoux used to be like the club, and that's been closed.
Still around?
Some of them are. Some of the restaurants that they would go to are still up on Sunset Strip, and they did have to rename some of the places, which is kind of crazy. But if you know what you're looking for, you can definitely decipher like the actual names of the places. One of the apartments that they first lived in together, Heidi and Lauren, it was actually down on La Brea, and I wanted to live there, and I'm kind of excited.
Wait, did it live at the La Brea like tar pits? I'm not.
Right,
not the tar pits. The
Palazzo or whatever. That was totally filmed there. I was like, wait, that's a pool from.
Maybe that's why it got popping.
Yeah, it did. Like, or Hotel Roosevelt. Like, you can see it.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, ugh. Well, like you can like serenade me later, but I feel like kind of like the world needs to make up their mind, because remember when everything was like, oh, Spencer Pratt, he's like so poor, and then like once the LA fires happened, all of a sudden he's so rich. Make up your fucking mind.
Well, he was the ultimate TV villain. Like, when I think about what drove reality TV, he is a mastermind. And I think he knew going into it, very strategic, that if I can drive this plot, I'm going to get people to watch. And even if people hate me, they're still going to be talking about me. I guarantee that man was making people's checks get signed left and right, because he was great. The character of him, you know, whether or not that's how he lives his life day to day, I don't think it, because he seems pretty spiritual with his crystal business. But if that version of him that he put on television, I mean, I hook, line, and sinker, babe. I watched it. I hated him. The media hated him, but he was marketing himself. He really is a mastermind.
But guess what? Haters, they're fans. Ooh.
Exactly.
And they got him the recognition. But I also feel like people love to change their opinions when it benefits them, right? It's like, he was poor to them because he was a reality TV star. They were like looking down, right? But then now all of a sudden he's like, oh, he lost his home, and so now all of a sudden he's so rich he could just rebuild. And it's like, girl,
doesn't work like that.
That's the thing. I feel like it's so to see that like kind of like disgustingness in human nature sometimes, like where how people can treat each other in the comment section and stuff. But I also feel like the community that we've seen in LA though, that came together, and like some of the celebrities that like did donate, like Paris Hilton, girl.
Oh, I love her. My whole apartment is her appliances. Like, I'm a walking Paris Hilton ad. I'm dead serious. I saw her live when she played in Hollywood not too long ago.
Wait,
Gracious. Yes, it was so good. Babe, I had so much fun. I went to Barry's the next day and I was on that treadmill at 6 in the morning.
I think you told me about
that. Oh, I wanted to die, but it was one of the best nights. She was worth that horrible hangover I had the next day. But you best believe I made my workout in the morning, but I felt like dog shit.
I mean, but yeah, she deserves all of the things because honestly, with what she's been through, like, I don't know if you watched the documentary, but yes, that. But like, Paris's entire house burned down and she's still helping people. And it's like, how could you? There are still people in the comments still being like, oh, but you could. It's like, that's not even
That's not the point.
I was like, can you stop? Like, that's like, you're repeating yourself now. It's like, we get it, you're haters, whatever. But it's like, she lost her entire home and she's out here helping people, providing free, like, like Hilton hotel stays and like all this stuff. And it's like,
I donated. I was, these past few weeks have been donation central. Like, if you needed a check, I would be like, write it. But
I was donating money I didn't have, but like honestly, but here's the thing. I think it's a lot of it. It's like, you could be like a keyboard warrior or like, because I think like, here's the thing. I get it when people are like, oh, you should be posting more about it. You should be doing, yes, I've like posted reviews, but like, I don't need to be posting me volunteering all the time because I feel like sometimes that gets like very performative in a way.
Yeah. I posted a lot of things, donations and certain things we were doing around the area. Just like the firefighters, first of all, a shout out to Los Angeles Fire Department. Wow. I want to be a cat and stuck in a tree. When I visited one of the stations, I was like, command center, hello.
Rescue you. Yeah, you're like,
rescue me, babe.
She's going to call 911. Emily's going to call 911 and be like, hey, 911, so any firefighters, there's a cat in the tree. The cat being her little pussy.
Hose me down. No, they've done such.
Stop. No, they can't hose you down. They'll pee on you maybe because, girl, you have no water left.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that has been bad. Oh.
Girls, don't contribute. You are the problem.
Don't sign me up for that, Dean. Don't.
You don't want a golden shower? Is that?
I think it is. I'm not trying to kink shame. That's just not my bag,
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like, it's a shallow reason. Because I'm like, wait, what if my skin breaks out?
Well, I mean, it's pretty acidic. So yours is acidic. But...
yeah, I feel like it'll break out. And it's like, girl.
Anyway, shout out to the LAFD for around the clock extinguishing these fires. Also, all the incarcerated firefighters out there, they are boots to the ground, in the thick of it, learning their story, as someone who came to California not terribly long ago. I didn't even realize that we had this CAL FIRE incarcerated firefighter program and that this is a way for people, who they have to meet very stringent, requirements, and you cannot be an arsonist. So no, you cannot have that in your charges.
Well, that's
the possession or organization for another day.
Girl.
They have all these stringent requirements, and this allows them to hopefully segue into careers. Wildfire firefighting is massive. Like the state, if you do not know the state of California, this is not only is there a lot of wildlife here, there's a lot of national parks. It's more than just LA, and I think people get that preconceived notion. It's like, we live in an area that is prone to wildfires. And I didn't realize that between the winds and just we're in a desert chaparral climate, it can catch fire.
Yeah, but I also feel like it gives them a little bit of discipline, but also it's people forget that when people help other people, it boosts themselves up. And the first time I actually learned about the whole program to reform prisoners into firefighting programs was through a TV show. I forgot what it was called, but I think it's called Fire Country. I don't know if you've seen the show. It's basically the whole plot of the show. And I think they also were talking about this, the reform prisoners, coming to help the fires and stuff. They were talking about, they were advocating for them as well, in their social media, when the fires happen. But from that show, that basic premise was basically the main character was he went to prison and through this prison reform program, he was able to become an actual firefighter after going through the program and stuff like that. And so it was it's fictional maybe, I guess, but it's still a great representation of why these programs work. And I feel people just need to stop hating and judging. It's
yeah,
just
Well, I'm grateful.
Yeah, I'm very grateful.
I mean, I'm grateful for the bravery, and it's proof that, you can make mistakes in life for whatever circumstances, whether you're born into like systems that are prone to maybe turning to crime as a way of a means to provide for yourself, or there's like lack of resources or leadership or, people that genuinely care about you in your life. And you don't know really any other way that even if you make a mistake, that there's a second chance for you and you have a chance to live a life that is totally valuable and you can give back to others and hopefully be reunited with your family in this really productive way. And I'm really happy to support any efforts, and other celebrities like John Legend has put a lot of resources into spreading the word, and I hope other states can enact things like this too. I think it's helpful because what are you going to do, not rehabilitate people, and then they're in the real world and don't have any resources or skills, and then they turn back to committing offenses because that's the only security that they know. No, we need to find better ways for people.
We do, but also I think the whole thing, it's like where it's like, I think what people forget, right, when like people were like basically shaming California, being like, oh, like, I'm like, listen, California is one of the biggest like economies, and I don't know if you like, I'll put it on the screen, whatever, I'll put it in the stats, but it's like, do you see the news like where it's like California helps this state, California, like we're always outsourcing, but then once it happens to us, everyone's like, oh, fuck California. But it's like, we're still going to help in the future when something happens in another state, because that's just what LA is.
Yeah, well, California is, I'm obviously I wasn't born here. I live here now, and I mean, I pledge allegiance to California. I I love it. I love living here. I think that it's provided more opportunity for me, and yeah, it's true. I mean, California gives so much money federally and also globally. We're, I think, the fifth or the fourth largest GDP. I mean, we sign people's checks, babe. Like, we provide so many services. And yeah, it's not conditional. I've never once heard any of our leadership say, okay, well, if we give you this federal aid, like, what are you going to do for us? If anything, they just kind of take the money and give us the middle finger. But, as a Californian, I can just say that we rise above it. And the Angelinos in this town, my goodness, the way we loved on each other these past 2 weeks. And this is going to be a long road. This is not
continues.
It has to continue. There's no other way around it. This city is full of dreamers and blue collar people and people that were brave enough to leave their hometowns, and whether they wanted to do art or film or music, dance, this is just such a beautiful, creative place full of wonderful, interesting, diverse people. And, I hope that we can continue retaining that and attracting people to this city.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of it's where it's like, I saw this like post from one of my old coworkers. She was like, she's been here for a long time. And like the last time an LA fire like this happened, or like mass destruction, like it brought LA together so much. And like when rebuilding the city and just like that hopefulness, because honestly, I feel like, girl, LA needs a fucking break after COVID, the strikes, and we all were so hopeful about 2025. And then I was like,
I was not hopeful for 2025%. I wasn't. I mean, not like this. I wasn't anticipating this, but you watched the ball drop at New Year's Eve with like Andy Cohen. First of all, Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper were so funny. What do you think?
I was a little bit older.
Oh, don't even get me started.
She was a little bit older. Anderson Cooper.
Oh, he's not Vanderbilt. I mean, he's got Scott and Tree. Of course he's watching it. Not. But maybe it'll, maybe one of these days.
Just kidding, no.
Well, also shout out to Andy Cohen because he's also from St. Louis. So he is one of our, real shining stars. Yes, he's one of our shining stars from the city. Hopefully one day I'll be a shining star that St. Louis can be.
You are a shining star already. Okay.
Thank you, baby. But whenever the ball dropped and they were at their little rockin' New Year's Eve or whatever they did, was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, happy 2025. And Andy Cohen's like, happy project 2025. It was one of the deep cuts that I don't think he knew his mic was on. And maybe he did know his mic was on, but it was one of the, like, I cackled and then I wanted to cry inside. But it made it on clips. It was funny.
I want to be, sometimes when I see iconic moments, I'm like, I wish I could be this iconic.
Well, I think you are iconic. I mean, Dean, you're pretty iconic.
I love you. But anyway, girl, enough about that. Enough about, girl, anyway, LA needs a break. LA needs a break. And, people just got to be grateful for, number one, what they have. Stop like comparing struggles. Like everyone's going through it, like, you know,
Yeah.
and grateful for the LAFD. And like, obviously, like you want to serenade them with Heidi's new song. We already know it.
Yes, I do. Also, can we just like one more shout out those water drop pilots, the ones that came and were dropping on the fires? I watched that like it was ESPN top 10 moments. I mean, when they put those fires out and extinguished them, I lost my mind. And especially when they clipped it to Defying Gravity. The way I watched it at least 16 times on repeat. And like, it was so satisfying. First of all, I don't even think I could ever fly a plane, let alone fly a plane and like throw fire retardant things on the ground. Like that is just a level of sexy to me. I don't care who's flying that plane. I don't care who's flying it.
Like make you wet, like you just wet that fucking hill. Just kidding.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was watching it in real time. I was, from my balcony watching the sunset fire, and I was crying, of course, but I was just like blessing whoever is up in there. I was like, I don't even care if it's an alien. I don't care if it's a dog that's flying that. I don't care if it's, a she, he, a they, or whatever. It could be a unicorn.
Oh, not a unicorn.
Whatever's up in there. Whoever's up in there, please continue doing this. And I owe them a final shout out with that. Ugh.
Well, the only time I'll ever bet like my life on a hill. Yeah. Well, hey. But also that it pisses me off because I'm like, I could see more water drops onto the hills if it wasn't for those drones. People forgot to hate on the drones.
Oh, but yeah, that's a little messed up.
Because remember, like the drones like grounded planes that could carry like 1,500 gallons of water. Like
it's crazy. I can't believe that. Like, oh my God, the thought of a drone for like a personal use to like running into a plane, like what?
But it's just like, as a content creator, like I get it, you need content, but it's like, babe, not the time. It ain't the time.
Oh God, do you see any cringy like things? Any people twerking in front of the fires? Anything crazy like that?
They were like Gen Z, like literally making. Well, I'm like Zillennial, okay, like because I'm like I was born the year it changed, right? Whatever. But like there were like younger people than me, and like I've seen like some TikToks where people were like, "This is and they're like the fire's like behind them." And I'm like, babe.
Well, I'm glad they're safe. Well, hopefully they're safe.
I'm like, hopefully they're safe.
Hope that they're safe.
But it was like, it kind of seemed like it was like the aftermath. But it's like, baby, this is not the time to be making your viral.
Well, also the air quality is so terrible. I hope they were wearing. No. Please wear an N95 if you're out in those areas, because who knows what some of those homes were built with, because it's just older homes. Like, little did they know asbestos was not to build with. Maybe hindsight is 2020, but if those homes are going up in smoke, that's how it does.
Because it was
the air.
all built before.
Yep. So thank God for the EPA for telling us what is toxic and non-toxic. Let's hope the EPA can continue to do things like that, because I would like to know if I'm going to develop lung cancer down the line from inhaling those shag carpets from 1970.
If only men had a warning like that.
This man is toxic for your health.
Right? Like a AQI of like the index of like the,
oh my God.
Right?
That could save me a lot of heartache.
It would have saved me so many therapy bills.
Therapy is expensive.
It is expensive. And honestly, I don't want to pay for therapy anymore. Anyway.
This is say I'm out here unmedicated, not getting therapy. I think, after this I might need to get some or is this our therapy?
I think it's, this is my therapy, but I also feel like, what has been my therapy? I'm like, I need to like the lyrics to Heidi Montag's new song, because like, I feel like I've been like reliving it. And also we're like, I have it on blast like 24/7 now, because like we're trying to help them rebuild.
Yes. Okay. Shout out to Heidi Montag. And I hope you continue to be Billboard #1 artist, because these lyrics, I want to do a little bit of a dramatic reading with you.
The only one I kind of know is like the blonde wig.
Okay. That's what I have pulled up. Oh, I have a couple. I mean, her new stuff.
I used to be blonde a little bit.
The fact that you used to be blonde makes me so excited, because I'm expecting you to come through the doors one of these days with your hair like platinum.
No, I can't anymore, because I think like it fried my hair so much when I was a blonde once that like my coworkers joked around and put a paintbrush on my chair and be like, "Team, why aren't you're at your desk?" It was like straw. But it's fine.
Oh, honey. Okay, we'll work on that, babe.
And I would never dye my eyebrows because I have no eyebrow.
Well, the first lyric is, "I'll be your blonde tonight," if that's what you like. So
why only tonight?
Do you want to be blonde? Do you want to get a blonde wig? I think you look good in a blonde wig.
Only tonight? You don't want to see me tomorrow night? The night after?
Is it a hit it and quit it situation?
That triggers me. Stop. My top issue. My issues. I'm not delusional. I'm normal. I'm so normal.
Right. So I'll be your blonde tonight if that's what you like. Stilettos and fishnets if that's what you like.
That was my Halloween outfit, but
I actually have all of the accoutrements to do this in my.
Well, I have really nice legs, so like if I ever wear stilettos, like when I wear them,
ooh, legs for days. Do you get like stopped on the street and people are like,
"Are you a dancer?" I'm like, "I dance in your dreams. To live in your head rent free."
Maybe that'll be your next career that you'll get into is dancing.
I mean, if the economy goes the way it is,
there we go.
Maybe, girl.
Good girl.
But also, I'll do what your friend did.
Which one?
I think the one that was like selling pictures or like selling content for like to donate to the LAFD.
Oh yeah, the girl that was selling feet pics.
No, maybe I'll do that. I'll like sell some like leg, like chic, like on stilettos. I feel like that's a fetish.
It is.
Everything's a fetish.
Everything is. I think everything is. There's a market for everything.
As long as I'm donating the profits, I'll feel like a good person.
Feet pictures for fire relief.
Bro, I had runner's feet. Let's not. Your
calloused feet.
Like, and I can afford to get my calluses removed. But it helps me continue running, so whatever.
Yeah, they actually do help. That is a fact. If you're a runner, do not get your calluses removed. Big mistake. All right. How about this one? I'll be your hot nurse, schoolgirl in curls.
You have straight ass hair for someone saying that.
I do my girl well. I know, it's such a bummer. They'd be like, ugh.
One time I tried to curl my hair. And no, because it was long. I had like a man bun. It looks really good. And then my sister was like, I look like pork rinds.
Your sister's savage. Oh, I cry if someone said that to me. Okay, whatever your type, baby. If that's what you like, I'll do it.
I would do it too, but my type is always breaking my heart down. No. Wait, I need to look at this.
Of course. Okay, so the verse 1. Baby, take me off up into your dungeon. I brought some treats.
Okay, relax. We're in LA. I don't think there's an extra room for a dungeon. It's too expensive for that. So let's be real.
I brought some treats. I know that you're gonna love them. Like
a treat? Why not a meal anyway? I want breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
He wants an amuse-bouche. He wants an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, an aperitif.
Okay, Europe. I miss that shit from Europe, though. Oh, yeah, honestly.
I miss the men from Europe.
Oh, same. Oh, I miss everything. The meals, the men.
Send this book. Come eat my panties off of me. Do whatever you feel comes naturally. Okay. Okay, you're looking at me like this. Okay, what's that face for?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's a thing that guys do for girls. Or if you were not guys.
Maybe. Well, it depends.
If you were panties.
Well, I guess for guys, you could do it if you wore a jockstrap. Right?
Well, do you remember Spencer's Gifts? Like back in the day in the mall, back when people used to shop in real shopping malls, they used to sell like candy, bras, and panties. And I feel like I've given them as bachelorette gifts as like jokes before in the past. And I want to know if anyone has ever eaten them. They were almost like those little Smarties. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, I have a story about that.
Oh no.
Okay, so, girl, don't even. That's what I was imagining. I was like, like when she was like, eat your panties off tonight. I was imagining because like, okay, so one of these kids, I don't think they knew, but we like in school, like back then, elementary, whatever, like we had like 100 days of school. We'd bring like 100 of like 100 chips, 100 of whatever. Everyone had like a mini project. Someone brought like, at first, someone brought like 100 like, like the little like ring, like the lifesavers on the necklace. I was like, cute. And then someone else like, and then someone brought like 100 like little Smarties on like a panties thing. And my teacher was like, no. That's what I was imagining.
Well, that is what I was imagining too, but I wouldn't imagine them seeing them in the 5th grade, like as your 100 days of school project.
And the fact that they like ripped off the ones, because I think it was more than 100 on it. I don't know. It went from panties to a thong, girl. I was like, that's how I turned gay. That was my 13th reason.
those Smarties panties you saw in the fifth grade.
I know.
Oh
Dang
my
it.
God.
No.
That was.
But no, if you haven't been streaming it, girl, you need to go stream the song because, like, if I could sing the song, I would. Where are we on the chorus again?
Yeah.
I'll be your blunt tonight if that's what you like. Stilettos and fishnets, if that's what you like. I'll be your hot nurse, schoolgirls and curls, whatever your type, baby. If it's love for you, I can't sing anymore.
I'll do it. Da, 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 da. I'll do it. Bitch, I'll do this. Okay, verse 2. I hope you're ready for what I'm about to do. Just close your eyes and open when I tell you.
I have trust issues. She definitely doesn't. She definitely was not traumatized. She definitely been going to therapy because girly pop, if you were to tell me to close my eyes and trust you, oh, that would have been like, that's why I don't trust glory holes.
Oh my God. I have a theory on glory holes for another day. I really have a deep dive theory on it. Okay.
Good.
Okay, so I'll just give you my theory right now. So I've always said this, that if there was like 2 blind glory holes and there was like a man's mouth and a woman's mouth, first of all, I don't think men can tell the difference, of like who's sucking who. But I feel like they would probably choose the guy's mouth over the girl's mouth. Because you know what you like. I mean, I don't know. I do not wield a penis in this world. I mean, I have a proverbial, hypothetical huge dick, but I don't have like a physical huge dick. But I feel like, if there was like a blind suck off between you and I, like you would take the crown and I would be like, runner up.
Girl, the only reason why I feel like I would is because I don't have a gag reflex. Oh, but that's a story for another time. That was not even a flex because it's kind of annoying. I'm like, whatever.
Well, that's not me. I remember getting strep tests when I was a kid, and I'd be like, just straight up. Yeah, well, it's uncomfortable. It's your brain's protecting you from like,
Quick, my body's like, fuck you, bitch. Survival of the fittest. You could die.
So yeah,
You could die.
Your brain is like, you know what? If this is how I go, suck.
Yeah, my body's like, be gone right now. Survival of the fittest. Natural selection did not select you.
Natural selection, not even that, but like 1,000 Ways to Die with Dean. He just died like no gag reflex and zero fear.
Zero
Fear to zero gag reflex.
Like, damn, I didn't know that. That it was a survival.
He died doing what he loved.
That's not a lie, though. Wow, I can't believe I'll be going to the grave telling truth. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh. How unembarrassing of me. Oh, wow. Anyway,
this is how you get a sponsor.
Huh?
This is how you get a sponsor.
What? Tombstone sponsor? Look like paying my funeral right now.
Okay, we still haven't even made it past verse 2.
No, we gotta give the audience a sneak peek.
Well, yeah.
I thought it was all the same thing.
No, it's not. There's still more. Okay. She put, look now, don't touch. I'm going to start without you. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Rev me up. Just stick the key in my ignition, baby.
I feel like he finishes early. The person she's talking about, maybe.
Oh my God, she does more of this. Holy cow. Okay.
I thought it was just the first verse.
No. Okay, so there's chorus, there's post-chorus. It's also very catchy. The new like EDM remix. I want to hear this at every spin class. I want to listen to it on my walk. I actually walk in time to it down the street. Like I've been playing this on repeat. I really want them.
As a New Yorker, I like the sped up version. I don't like how I walk. No, but I like the sped up version because, like, for me, EDM is like a little bit too much. I'm more of like a little bit more calmer going out, and she's like a EDM girly pop, a rave babe. I kind of give like her the extra tip that she needs to be filled up, so we're a perfect match.
We are a perfect match. We are. Okay, last little bit of the bridge, and this is new.
Not you knowing the musical terms bridge.
Well, it literally writes it for me. So.
I was like, not the bridge to Terabithia.
Whoa, that's a reference.
That movie ripped my heart out anyway.
So, I can be your type. You can believe the hype. Just push my buttons, baby. I'll go low and you'll go high. Okay.
That reminds me of the song, You Can Loosen Up My Buttons.
I wanted to be a pussycat doll so bad. Like, the amount that I wanted to be in a Scherzinger, I am in my brain.
I worked with her once on carpool karaoke.
Look at you with a reference. God, you're so cool, dude.
Oh, girl, that was I lived 9 lives. Like, we'll deep dive into this next time.
All the prayers you've had in LA.
Oh my God.
All right, and this is it. You can be my pilot and we'll mile high it. Okay. I'll dress up.
Yeah, and the plane will crash.
Well, I'll dress up and make it hot, but then you better fly it. Okay. Mile High Club. I don't know. I guess.
Well, he better be at a okay age, because girl, imagine he strokes out. Imagine mid-mile high. It's like,
I wonder if people who fly private planes for a living, I'm sure they have to sign NDAs because the amount of shit that goes on in them. Because, I mean, I don't know, like, federal aviation laws, like, what you could do up in those planes.
I kind of know them.
You could...
Well, I feel like, because remember, girl, I went to aviation high school. But here's the thing.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, this was like, I've had so many lives. But the thing about, I think, like, it's probably, they changed it since, like, obviously, like, I've studied it. But I think that private planes are, like, a different sector. That's why there's, like, private, like, a private pilot's license versus like a more commercial, and like you have like instrument ratings and like all these other licenses that you need for like specific things.
Yeah. Well, I heard in Vegas you can like rent out a private plane to like have sex in, which I don't know what the going rate is for that, but can you imagine being the pilot just trying to like...
It actually flies.
Yeah, I swear to God, I think that's people that want to do that, then check it off their bucket list.
Girl, just go to the influencer pilot thing. Remember, like, people were posting, like, them on private jets, and then people revealed them, or, like, it was, like, on TikTok, they were like, oh, these influencers are going to, these, like, little pilot, like, studio, like, sound stages, and they were just, like, pretending that they were rich, and I'm like...
Okay, I've actually seen a couple guys on Hinge with the plane picture, and now you have me wondering, like, do they pay to do that? Oh my God, that's so wild.
That's why you have to be the FBI. And you know what the FBI means? Find boys information.
I'm actually pretty good at that, but I didn't realize this, like, plane program went that deep. Because I know people, you know, I'm of the realm of, like, obviously it would be great to fly private, not great for the environment, but great for my narcissism. I would like to fly on a plane.
When like, we can give back enough.
Yes, absolutely. Like, you know, shout out to anyone who has a plane that would like for me to be on their plane.
She's sending signals.
I'm sending lots of signals right now. But like what I want to post about it, like I maybe would want one of like me chicly deplaning like down on the tarmac. You know, I think like that's really super chic if you could do that. But then I'm like, what would I wear? Like, would I wear something like pajamas, like PJs on PJs, like as a joke with that?
Oh, the wind from the turbines would every hair
silk pajamas, or would I?
That shit would fly off. You'd be Marilyn Monroe when the wind.
I've been her a couple times, and I, you know, depending on
who it is, you're like
who it is and where you're at, you know,
which firefighter wants to come to save? Who?
It reminds me of the scene. Do you remember the House Bunny with Anna Faris, where she's like, "It's a manhole," and she like burns herself, and she's like, "That's hot." Then she burns her legs because she's trying to like do the Marilyn Monroe, and it was just like really hot water. It was such an iconic scene. The House Bunny was such a funny movie.
My life, my dating, that reminds me. Well, the comparison part, because I'm like, that makes me so sad that I want to be burned right now. That's how sad my dating life is. Like that's how I need that hot plate.
You mean the hot pot, hot plate?
Hot plate. Was that stereotypical?
I mean, I didn't mean for it to be.
Oh, I was like, the Asians eat hot pot. Not me stereotyping myself. I'm like,
we came full circle.
Full motherfucking circle.
Yay! Well, this has been really fun, Dean.
Yeah, girl. Are we ending already, girl?
I don't think so. I'm just, you know, our time.
Just chit chatting.
I'm just, we're gaggling. We're gaggling.
We're gaggling like we promised, and we hope you're giggling at home. Also, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna upload this whole thing because my sausage legs. Give it I need to stretch a little bit. Not me man-spreading, sorry, y'all.
It's fine. I'm used to it. See, I feel like I need to apologize to my family in advance for the things that come out of my mouth in this next journey of mine.
Have we blocked? I'm just kidding. Control-Alt-Delete below.
Like, my mom is great, and my dad's great, too. But they're going to be like, wow, our daughter. Not everyone deserves to have a microphone, and I think our child's one of the...
No, stop. We can't manifest that. Remember? Everything we manifest amplifies.
Oh, okay, you're right. Okay, so I manifest. I get to yacht more into this microphone.
Exactly. And we get sponsored one day. Hopefully, I'm not going to be on here being like, hi, guys, 4th time's a charm. Actually, that wouldn't happen because remember, like, the whole thing when we were kids, it's like, first is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the treasure chest.
Treasure chest?
Fourth is the one with the hairy chest, or which one was it?
I don't know how that one, but
Wait, first is the worst, second is the best.
I thought there was the one with the treasure chest, and I would like...
Third is the one with the treasure chest.
Oh, I like
and then the fourth one is something with, like, a hairy chest.
I'm sure, I think I don't know how we both know that, and we grew up in different parts of the country, and this was long before social media. So, like, the fact that these urban legends and these weird schoolyard rhymes, like, it was a different time when we were
kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fourth one, the hairy chest, is not going to happen on Asian. So I'm like, maybe I won't have a fourth time.
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully I don't have a hairy chest. But...
I can't even grow facial hair, so, like... But I'm saving money. It's just all budget friendly. I don't have to buy any, like, hygienic. Well, I do buy hygienic things. I meant, like, shades. Not y'all, the audience is like... Ooh, staring after. Yeah, no. I do wash in between my ass cheese promise. Not a straight man.
Because do you remember those that really amazing, really hot guy? He was talking about like lavender marriages, and he's like straight. Oh yay! He's like straight girls. Like if you marry a gay man, I promise you wash between your ass cheeks. Unlike these straight men out here, and I have to like really admit the amount of times it is disheartening when you like meet a guy and you go over to his place and you're like, why the fuck is there 3-in-1 shampoo conditioner? It is bizarre, like one bar of soap. And I'm like, so do you use it on your face and your ass and your balls? Like, how does this work? And the more frustrating part is that these particular men who do all this do not break out. And I'm like, disgusting. It's so real. And it's like, this is like, what did I do in this lifetime to deserve this shit? Like, my face will break out. God forbid I forget to take my makeup off one night. Or, you know, I'm in a mask for too long. My face.
Like, damn, bitch, I must have been Genghis Khan my past life because, damn, the fucking karma that I've fucking been getting, like, I'm like, damn, I wash, like, skincare, everything sometimes, and my body will break out sometimes. Like, thank God not all the time, and I have, like, pretty okay skin, but it's like, damn, who the fuck was I in my last life that I'm, like, getting this karmic fucking shit? Like, and these men, like... They're, like, washing their face with, like, the same thing they wash their fucking ass with. Sometimes they don't even wash their face. Like, they use bar soap, 3-in-1. Their eyelashes are so beautiful. Like,
little baby boys have the prettiest eyelashes, and it makes no sense. And whenever I see, like, a little baby boy, I'm like, I would pay a lot of money to have your eyelashes.
Even some adult guys.
Yes. And I'm just like,
the best.
So, did you go to, like, Turkey and get a lash transplant, or are you just naturally blessed? I mean, you might have been Genghis Khan in your past life, but they were probably Gandhi.
Baby girl, I don't think people would not go to Turkey for an eyelash transplant because they'd be going for it.
Well, I mean, what if it's a 2-in-1? Like, they got a hair transplant, and they're like, you know what, while you're there, can you do my brows and my lashes? I mean, I don't know how it works. I mean, get the whole, you know, customizable package, get everything done if you can. I don't know if it's possible. I should probably look into that, but, you know, I know at least the top of your head's, you know, transplantable, but I'm sure hair is hair. You just have to put the follicles in there.
Yeah, that's true. Your body, your choice, baby. Whatever you want to do, I support it. But also,
plastic surgery.
That's why I got my 23andMe. It said I'm not likely to bald, so thank God. Woo. But then, here's the thing. I'm like, thank God, Asia don't raisin. So like, until one day I'm gonna be like 60, and then that's maybe when I'll like consider some, you know, glow up like Lindsay Lohan.
She looks great right now.
She looks so great.
Well, and it's funny. Lindsay Lohan in particular, I have gotten more times that I am reminiscent of her in some way, whether it's my mannerisms or whether it's the way I talk or a little bit of my facial structure.
It does.
It's not like, you know, I feel like that poor girl that was on Love is Blind. She's like, I look like Megan Fox, and everyone ripped her apart. Do you remember that? I'm not saying I look like Lindsay Lohan. Like, if you did a side by side, you'd be like, maybe like a little bit.
Your aura.
My aura. Well, which era of her? Because I think all of them are valid. I mean, I think I live my life to like, this is how you throw a party at Mykonos.
That's true.
You
know what our vibe is?
Full deck.
No, I feel like our vibe is, okay, imagine that iconic scene where like Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Lindsay were in that car.
Yeah, they were living in the Beverly Hills Hotel, which is one of my favorite
That's
places.
that them shot, in, not like real shot, but like selfie shot in like by paparazzi in the front seats. Like that's a vibe. That's the aura.
That is, and you know, if they're like, hey, you know, Emily flies a flag, like, you should fly the flag of something that you're really proud of. Like, I would fly that as my flag. That moment in time. I would. I think that was a cultural moment. That, or like Snooki getting arrested would be like my...
Snooki at the beach?
Yeah, her in handcuffs. Where's the beach? I think that was...
I love her, sure.
I'm a good fucking person. Like, that would be the two things that I would fly so proudly.
Parties here, me. Comes with a trash bag, me. Literally comes with a trash bag of clothes, me. I'm like me.
What was the iconic line? She's like, you're not the Kim Kardashian Staten Island. You're the Rob Kardashian. Like, you look like a Staten Island dump. Like, some of those lines that came from that era of like Jersey Shore was so pivotal in my life. Like I watched that and that shaped my personality. It was
I loved it.
from the time I was like 16, 17 all the way up until I was probably 20, 21.
It made me like feel very like free to be myself. I feel like because they were very like I feel like that was the era of before I worked in reality TV, and like it was the era of like reality TV when it was actually reality.
Oh my God. I've also, not to like keep name dropping, I've also been told that I'm reminiscent of Sammy Sweetheart sometimes. I've gotten stopped before by people like, you look like her. And I've gotten that multiple times.
Kind of love her.
I love her. You know, I think she's very misunderstood. I love her. But I also act like Snooki. So I feel like I'm just a combo. I'm a Sammy Snooki, Lindsay Lohan three-way.
But like, you know what lives in my head rent free? The thing when she's like, who wrote the note? You two. You two. And that cat fight, oh, that was my best. I mean, even if it was maybe scripted, but like, still the fact that they're reconciled, like, it's so amazing. And I'm like so happy they did. But like, Sammy is so smart. Like, again, speaking from before, you said Spencer was smart marketing PR wise. Like, Sammy was so smart because like she did not agree to go back on like Jersey Shore family vacation until like she got so much hype from the people that her rate probably to get back on the show was probably like skyrocketing through the roof.
Yeah, and probably her even distancing herself from that relationship because I mean we had to kind of like watch her get absolutely made fun of, just crying. Ron, stop! You're traumatizing me. He was Ronnie.
But it's like that's the thing that fucking scares me sometimes. Is like when you're in it, sometimes like you unsee everything, and then like you get like
tunnel vision. You have your blinders on.
Yeah, you become delusional.
Yeah, you're like a horse in the racetrack. Like you can't see peripherally, and everyone's like.
But now she's like happy in like a relationship.
Yeah, absolutely, she looks great. She's gorgeous. She's
all of them are aged backwards.
Well, that's my goal is to age backwards.
I feel like I'm aging backwards.
I think I am too, but I also get some work done.
I feel like because of my genetics, I'm very grateful for my genetics. Okay, I'm always grateful. I feel blessed. I'm like, thank God.
Hashtag grateful.
Hashtag grateful. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag delusional.
If you were a white person, you'd have grateful, blessed, like all up in your kitchen.
It's giving Tumblr. No, I think my house.
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. No, my fucking house. It's giving. Someone came to my house the other day and was like, "Your house is giving serial killer because you have nothing up." And I'm like, "What do you want me to have up? Live, love, last, love." Like what? Like I don't know. Because like the thing is like I will buy artwork when I can't afford like the huge like. You know, like paintings from like actual artists, like not like the typical, you know, like whatever art.
Well, I mean,
like
once again, looping back to Paris Hilton and Heidi and Spencer, I mean, they had massive portraits of themselves. Like I'm pretty sure that every single magazine cover Heidi and Spencer was on, and even like big things from Paris Hilton, like they had pictures of that all over their house. And I am enough of a confident and or probably narcissistic person. I love pictures of myself. Like any good shot you can get of me, I want my home to reflect the person that is paying the bills. And if you got to see me when you're in my bathroom and like I'm making eye contact with you and you're looking at like semi, you know, professional or like boudoir pictures of me, absolutely. I want it up. I want to be in my closet. I want to look the hottest version of myself when I was, you know, 20s, 30s and be like, God damn, like that. I mean, she's gorgeous and I want to refine myself, you know, so when I'm feeling like a bag of shit or I'm not having a confident anxiety, be like, no, that's who you are. Like, you're super hot and, you know, you spent a lot of money on it.
But I also feel like a lot of times people want to judge people on things that they want to do because it's like, you're telling me you don't want to have like a portrait of you like that up on your place. You probably would, but you probably can't afford it, number one. But also number two, it's like, it's her house. What are you to tell her? It's like the same thing when people's like, how are you going to tell other people like what you're going to do with your life?
Exactly.
It's like, it's her life, but also it's like, can you imagine like whoever like the artist was or like the person, like she's probably compensating them well. And it's like, she's giving back. So that in that way, like the artist community, whatever.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. The whole thing about like, if I had a party, I was like, I want people to know it's my house. The photos. And like, people didn't really like, a lot of people say like, oh, like people lost their houses, but it's like, that saying where people were like, yes, they lost their houses, but they also lost their homes.
Yeah.
It's like all the sentimental stuff.
I would be devastated. I mean, I have some really great artwork in my house personally and, you know, pictures of myself and things like that. Like, what was I going to evacuate with like this, you know, boudoir picture of me that it's hanging up in my closet? Like, They'd be like, what the hell? They'd be like, yeah, my prized possession is a picture of me with my like legs on a mirror, which it is sentimental to me for sure. But I think about it, the way people like decorate their homes is such a testament to who they are. And listen, I don't judge. There's some people that want to have taxidermy on their walls. There's some people with like samurai swords on their walls. There's things that I would be like, I personally would never decorate with that, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, wow, nice ninja stars on your wall. Like, if you have a headboard, at least like that's a point in my book. There's some people that don't even have headboards. Do you have a headboard, Dean?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank
I have a headboard, but also here's the thing. I feel like I'm so attached, like unattached actually, like because like when people were like, grab your essentials, girl, all I really cared about was my passport. That's all I really.
That's an essential. You need that for.
That's all that's all I really needed, and everything else, and like pictures. Like I like was grabbing pictures and books. That's when I realized I was like, maybe you're not shallow.
You're not. Well,
I mean, I'm really not. But I was like, I was grabbing our photos from my fridge. I put in my bag, and then I grabbed like the photos that I had in like my little album book, and like I shoved those in my bag, and then like that was it. But
I love that. I was one of your Designated Survivors.
Designated Survivor. Now you're back on my fridge.
Okay, cool. You're on my fridge now currently too. We have such a cute picture from that night, and I did grab pictures. I grabbed a picture of one of my best friends, Megan. She used to live here with me.
I think I saw your video.
I grabbed my teddy bear because that's that's my number one. I mean, I sleep next to Winnie the Pooh every night, and I am shameless in that. Don't judge me. Don't come after me for the.
Listen, I would still have one, but my mom threw him out.
I choose the fucking bear every time. That bear specifically.
I had a bear when I was a kid called Reddy. I know.
Ready, Teddy? Oh, Ready, Teddy.
Oh, I'm super about fan. What was it? Traumatized.
We'll get you another one if we can find one. Attach new meaning to it.
Anyway, this was probably a long-winded episode.
Oh, it was. Oh my God, yeah.
You're still here?
I'm still here.
I'm still here. Thank y'all, girly pops, for tuning in to this week's episode of Definitely Delusional. My name is Dean.
And I'm Emily.
And yeah, ask us questions, DM us on our Instagram, whatever, our Instagram for the podcast, email us questions, and obviously, like, I'm going to put all of this in the description wherever you're going to find this. I'm not going to leave you hanging, promise. And yeah, over and out. Do you have any last words?
Last words? Just, for all of my Angelinos, let's just hold each other tight in these next upcoming months and, be kind to each other. And we're strong as fuck. So
exactly.
Let's keep it going. Don't stop the party.
Exactly. Stay gagged, stay giggling, stay delusional, stay loving.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.